Thanks so much for joining us here on ANF Plus. I'm Joy Lim-Nakron, taking a look at some of the top stories that we are following right now. Really a bittersweet day for students at Apalachee High School today, as they will be back in class full-time for the first time since that mass shooting. And, obviously a lot of fear, a lot of concern. And remember, this shooting claimed the lives of 2 teachers and 2 students. The hall where that shooting happened will remain closed. Students will be bused to another location for social studies. Atlanta News First Asia Wilson has a look at the other changes, including for security.
Since this mass shooting happened a little over a month ago, some parents and students have been asking for more security. The Barrow County School District is finding ways to upgrade security in all schools. In fact, at a Board of Education meeting earlier this month, they approved the addition of 8 more resource officers for the district. They've also voted to add classroom phones that will allow teachers to quickly and discreetly alert administration about a concern. Those phones will be installed into high schools first. But since the shooting happened, parents have been pleading for other things.
I went to a high school where I had to walk through a metal detector every day when I went in, and they checked our book bags. I understand how it makes students feel because I was that student, but now as a parent, I understand why it's necessary, especially since mass shootings have recently been on a rise.
Now, according to the district's website, they are currently examining potential enhancements such as metal or weapon detectors and clear backpacks. We're told between now and November, they're going to be meeting with school governance teams about all of this with the goal of having recommendations to the board early next year. In Winder, Asia Wilson, Atlanta News First.
And tomorrow marks the first day of early voting here in Georgia, meaning that we're just weeks away from Election Day. Atlanta News First Sarah Hammond tells us what voters need to know.
Early voting kicks off at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning and runs until November 1st. And it's important to note that for early voting, you don't necessarily have to go to your voting precinct. You can go to any early voting location. Now, both Democrats and Republicans encourage voters to get out to vote early to avoid long lines on Election Day. And every vote here in Georgia is going to count. The Peach State is a key battleground state to determine who takes the White House. Both presidential candidates have made multiple stops in Georgia and will continue to do so. Former President Donald Trump will make an appearance in Atlanta tomorrow, and Vice President Kamala Harris will make a stop on Saturday. Both parties have spent hundreds of millions of dollars on ads here in Georgia, but as voting now gets underway, some voters say they are already sick of the attack ads.
This is getting absurd, and the American people cannot make a good choice if they are misled.
Well, I don't think they're really talking about issues that matter. It's just like, she's an idiot, he's an idiot.
Back in the 2020 election, more than 3.4 million of Georgia's 7.6 million registered voters voted early in the general election. In Fulton County, Sarah Hammond for Atlanta News First.
And right now, millions are still recovering from Hurricane Helene, and Fulton County has been added to a list of counties eligible for federal assistance. So want to let you know, if your home or your property was damaged, you can apply for FEMA's Individual Assistance Program. It offers money for housing, food, and other costs. We have information on how to apply under the story about this on atlantanewsfirst.com, also our free Atlanta News First mobile news app. All right, let's turn now to a look at the forecast. Here's First Alert meteorologist Rodney Harris, and what a beautiful sky out there at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. That crisp fall air.
Yes, indeed, and it will be a phenomenal week across North Georgia. The one word you'll need to know is chilly. That's how it will feel not only tomorrow morning, but really throughout much of the week. So as a reminder, tomorrow is a First Alert weather day because of that cooler air that's moving in. I do want to point out the cool air isn't really moving in today. So yesterday's high was 84 degrees. Today we're in the 70s. It won't feel cold out there this afternoon. You don't need a jacket or anything like that. I will point out that there will be a slight breeze in the air because as the cool front is moving in, our winds are going to switch from the northwest, about 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting up to 25. So you will notice a breeze out there later on today. But again, these temperatures are pretty good for the afternoon. 73 at 3 o'clock, 70 at 6. And if you're headed out this evening, temperatures dropping into the 60s as we get closer to sunset. So here is that 7-day forecast. Tomorrow morning, as you get out the door for Tuesday, 49 degrees in Atlanta, the mid-40s in the suburbs. So Tuesday, you will need the jacket as you get out the door. Tuesday will feel like it felt Friday when you stepped out the door. 67 for Tuesday afternoon and even colder on Wednesday. In Atlanta, we're looking at 43 degrees Wednesday morning, 63 degrees Wednesday afternoon. So that 43, that means the upper 30s possible for you in the northern suburbs like Cobb County, North Fulton County, Gwinnett County, Cherokee County, Hall County, and then only 63 Wednesday afternoon. So Wednesday will by far be the coldest day of the week. And then Thursday will start to, it's still cold Thursday morning, like 42 as you get out the door, 65 for Thursday afternoon. By the time we hit the weekend, perfect timing because temperatures do start to warm back into the low 70s. So Saturday, 73, Sunday, 77. What you will see is absolutely no rain chances on this 7-day forecast. There may have been a shower or two this morning in the mountains as that front was moving in, but it's already been pretty dry, and the front was moving into dry air today, which is why we're not really seeing any precipitation. So no rain over the next 7 days. The one first alert is because of the cooler air tomorrow. And again, that's just to let you know that tomorrow's the first day of the cooler air that will stick around for much of the week before, again, those temperatures rebound a bit as we head toward the upcoming weekend. So a great fall forecast for us here in North Georgia. Just grab the jacket or the coat or whatever you need for the upper 30s to low 40s that we'll feel in the mornings over the next several days. Otherwise, a lot of sunshine. So we do hope that you would get out there and enjoy it this week. And we'll have an updated forecast for you on Atlanta News First at noon and always in the First Alert Weather app.